Stop taking.
Hey, I'm Bob. I've been totally blind since birth and I'm into Power Rangers. We're going to be talking about episode 31 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is Calamity Kimberly and it aired on November 5th in 1993, and I'm holding that box set again for those of you unable to see. So in this episode, Kimberly wakes up on the wrong side of the bed and she has a bad day from start to finish. So we see Rita wanting to make things even worse for Pink Ranger. She has Finster whip up a samurai fan man and send him down to Earth. Meanwhile, Kimberly has arrived at school and she is waterlogged from a rainstorm. And Bulk and Skull, they're taunting her, but Tommy manages to fend them off. And later, as the two are walking home from school, Samurai Fan Man strikes. And he sucks Kimberly into this big gourd thing that he's holding. And yes, I wish Hasbro would make that. Samurai Fan Man would be an interesting monster to add to the Lightning collection. He could have his fan. I think he fought with a rake and he fought with a lance. He could have spikes that he could fling from his helmet or hold in his hands and, act like he's going to throw them in terms of figure posability. And I guess if they wanted to do a blast effect piece, he could probably have some kind of a wind effect piece that he could wrap around one of the figures. I believe his fan also shot electricity, so you could give him two different effect pieces there in the Lightning collection. So Kimberly is captured, Tommy is injured, and Zordon teleports him to the command center. The other Rangers morph into action, and they're not faring very well against the Fan Man at all. He almost captures them in the same jar or another dimension as Kimberly, but Zordon manages to teleport them back to the command center. They regroup, and then they have to travel to a Putty Bowl restaurant. I don't know if this is somewhere that Rita has kind of set up on Earth as a little impromptu base of operations. As from what I understand, putties are waiters there. So the Rangers do battle yet again. Tommy, he's still recovering from his injury, and Rita decides to make Goldar and Fan Man grow, so they have to summon their Zords, and they're taking them on with just their Dinozords. I think the Triceratops and Saber-Tooth Tiger fire their tail guns at the enemy, and they're not doing very well at all. They decide to go on the offensive, but things just aren't looking too good. Tommy, he wakes up and he morphs into action, injured or no, so they form Dragonzord fighting mode, and even their power staff doesn't seem to be making a dent in Samurai Fan Man. I think they even tried drilling him, but that doesn't work. So they finally managed to get his gourd away from him, and Kimberly is freed from that other dimension. She morphs, so now the Rangers, they summon the Megazord, but even the Power Sword's not stopping this guy. So they form the Ultra Zord, and they blast him into nothing by firing all weapons. And I can't say this enough. I hope Hasbro gives us transformable, combinable Zords, starting from Mighty Morphin and going all the way to present day. That would be awesome. So Rita, she's upset, and the episode ends with things still not going too well for Kimberly, but now she's having a good laugh, and I mean, everybody has bad days. Even in Australia, as a certain kid from a certain book I used to read quoted. Yeah, it's Alexander in the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Just thought I'd throw that little reference in there for any of you who might have read that back in the day. So that will do for episode 31. I like this episode, especially the ginormous Zord battle that we got. We got to see the Dinozords in action, fighting individually. We got to see Dragonzord fighting mode. We got to see a very menacing monster. He had the Rangers on the ropes. It took quite a lot to defeat this guy. So it's kind of cool when you see monsters that don't just go down too easily. I mean, he put up quite a fight. Always do appreciate when Rita decides to make more formidable monsters. Man, this guy didn't play around, so good for him. So I will see you guys in the next Power Rangers episode review. Hope you guys have a great day. May the power protect you, and I'll hear you later.